3.9 seconds left. China down 1. They inbound to their hot hand Hu. His pump fake loses Xavier. A wide open look to win the Asia Cup. And it's short. So close. What a game. G'day Hoop fans. The flu kept me from posting this live, but oh my goodness, what a final. The Boomers have just completed their three-peat in the most dramatic fashion possible. A 90-89 thriller over China that had everything. This game was pure cinema. For the first time this tournament, Will McVeigh lost the tip, and China strikes right off the jump, a clear sign that this would be Aussie's toughest challenge yet. But who else to respond but the pairing of McVeigh and McVeigh? Beautiful two-man game gets McTray open from deep, and he drains it to give Australia an early 1-point lead. Xavier Cooks would be the hero tonight. He started with this gorgeous step through and a high arcing floater over the defense. David Hickey was a defensive menace, blocks a mid-range jumper, the next play swats away a three-point attempt, and races away for a thunderous fast break slam.
Here goes Hickey for the two-handed jam!
Jaylin Galloway showcased his complete game early, drives baseline, draws two defenders, then threads a wraparound pass to an open Xavier for an easy bucket. Foxwell gets daylight on the wing, thanks to a solid Jack White screen, and buries the triple. China responds with their own three to take their biggest lead so far. Timeout Australia, we need to regroup. After the timeout, China pushed to an 8-point lead, before Jack McVeigh rejects the Chinese big man. Aussies are off and running, Xavier finds Galloway open in the corner off the break, splash, massive three from Jaylin. China wouldn't go away though, pushing it back out to 8. At the end of the first quarter, China had the lead 25-17. China came out firing in the second, scoring back-to-back buckets to push their lead to 12. Quick timeout for Australia, we were in trouble. After the timeout, China extended the lead to 14, before Davo linked up with Xavier on a beautiful pick and roll. Bounce past perfection, and Cook hammers home a two-handed jam. Xavier kept chipping away, spinning his way to the rack for a layup. But China was relentless, with consecutive baskets to push their lead to 15 at one point. McVeigh wanted payback after getting scored on, and hits his own turnaround fadeaway. Poetry in motion. With a burst of speed and a solid screen from Cooks, Hickey attacks the rim and finishes through contact. The comeback was brewing. McVeigh finds a cutting McVeigh, who floats in a beautiful runner. Ben Henschel on the fast break with a perfectly timed pass to Jack White for the transition layup. China calls timeout. Australia had cut it to 10. Will McVeigh with a massive rejection at the rim.
Oh, what a block from McVeigh!
Then he battles through contact for a tough finish on the other end. That's leadership by example from our captain. McVeigh feeds Xavier in the post, who backs down, spins, and scores. Next play, Xavier drives with this twisting, one-handed fadeaway drop shot. Then Jaylin Galloway from the corner cuts the deficit to 1. The comeback was real. Timeout China, the momentum had completely shifted. After the timeout, Cooks continued his huge quarter, uses the Galloway screen, finishes through contact with the left hand, and won. Xavier's pumped, knocks down the free throw for the three-point play. At halftime, China still leads 46-42, but the game was on. Jaylin and McVeigh started the second half with great ball pressure. McVeigh pokes it loose, kicks it to Jaylin, who gets fouled on the break. 2 made free throws and we're within 2.
Gets it up and is fouled, so he will go to the line, fouled by Zhao Rui.
Off a handoff and screen from McVeigh spins and finishes with the left over the Chinese big.
It's in, goes up with the left hand. Beautiful shot.
Another McVeigh screen, this time for Galloway. Jaylin catches and fires, nothing but net. Foxwell drives the lane with a shifty move, hits this deep, tough, left-handed hook to give Australia the lead. Then McVeigh intercepts a pass, Foxwell sprints the floor and finds Jaylin for a one-handed statement jam.
Here come the Boomers, Galloway!
The Boomers are fired up. Timeout China. After China regained a 4-point edge, Hickey took over. Fouled on a drive, he knocks down 2 free throws. Then after a defensive stop, he grabs the rebound, explodes in transition, slices through the defense for the fast break bucket. Lightning quick. Off a quick inbound, Jack White catches the defense napping and finds Xavier wide open for a monster two-handed slam.
And Cooks ties it up right off the bench.
Shot clock winding down, Hickey gets a McVeigh screen, drives left, steps back right, and drains a beautiful mid-range jumper. China answers with a 3, but Hickey drives baseline, kicks it to Jaylin in the corner, pump fake, step back, drains it.
And Galloway rattles in another 3.
Galloway is a big bucket maker. Going into the fourth quarter, China still held a slim lead, 71-68. Xavier Cooks got Australia going in the fourth, driving through the lane, bumping off his defender, and finishing with a soft touch. McVeigh finds Zabe baseline for another two-handed jam.
McVeigh into Cooks again.
Great ball pressure from Jaylin forces an errant pass that McVeigh intercepts. Xavier takes off, gets fouled, and sinks both free throws to tie the game.
Cooks is fouled by Zhu. And the second, and we're tied once again.
Tie game. McVeigh gets an isolation on the wing. Backs his man down. Turnaround, fadeaway, splash. Australia takes the lead. The bench erupts at this post-up masterclass. China had no answers for Xavier. A McVeigh screen allows Cooks to get to the free throw line with ease. Up and under spin move on the Chinese big, finishing with a left-handed hook. Xavier's fired up, doing it all for Australia. China wouldn't go away though, retaking the lead. But who steps up in the big moment? Jaylin Galloway. Another big shot. Corner three to give Australia back the lead. China scores, but Australia finds Galloway again, and he sinks it.
Galloway from the wing, yes!
This game is back and forth. Will McVeigh with a massive squat to deny China the go-ahead basket. China ties it, but then Xavier threads a bounce pass to Hickey cutting baseline, finishing through contact for the clutch bucket.
And he's fouled!
China's best player all night was Hu, and he responded with a three to put China back up with just over 2 minutes remaining. After a McVeigh three gets blocked, Hickey grabs the miss and puts it back to retake the lead. That's 20 lead changes so far. Good defense from McVeigh forces China to miss. Australia secures the rebound and slows it up. A pick and roll with Hickey and McVeigh. Beautiful feed to the big man who gets fouled. 2 huge free throws coming up. He misses the first. The Chinese crowd was excited. It gives them a chance. But with the captain's composure, McVeigh sinks the second. A 2-point lead with 24 seconds left. Timeout China to draw up a play. They need a 3 for the win, 2 for the tie. China gets a good look for the win, but airballs it. Australia secures the rebound, but wait, some controversy. After reviewing the rebound, fouls are called both ways. Both get 2 free throws, then China gets the ball back. Xavier misses the first, but drills the crucial second free throw for the 3-point lead. China knocks down both of their free throws to cut the lead to just 1. They get the ball back with 3.9 seconds and a second chance to win it.
Oh, they get cross court. Who gets it up? Oh! And Australia have survived!
Hugh got a great look at the game winner, but it fell just short. Australia wins an absolute thriller, 90-89. A massive comeback to secure the three-peat. Xavier Cooks deservedly wins Player of the Game, stepped up massively with 30 points. Xavier was solid all tournament, but to deliver in such a high-pressure moment is huge. Jaylin Galloway was crowned tournament MVP, absolutely well-deserved. Some huge games throughout and those clutch moments in the final. Without question, the best player of the tournament. Jack McVeigh joins Jaylin as members of the 2025 Asia Cup All-Star 5. Time for the squad to receive their gold medals, starting with captain Will McVeigh, who anchored our defense all tournament long, averaging 7 points a game, 5 rebounds, 1.5 blocks, 1 steal, shooting 61% from the field. Then Harry Wessels, 6.3 points, 4.3 rebounds, and a rock-solid 60% shooting from inside. Brain Smith, 9 points, 3.2 rebounds, shooting 37% from beyond the arc, always ready to let it fly. Our youngest boomer, Dash Daniels, 2.3 points, 0.5 assists, and 0.3 steals in just 7 minutes per game. Valuable minutes in his first Asia Cup at just 17. Will Hickey, 10.7 points, 5.2 rebounds, and led the entire Asia Cup with 5.5 assists per game. Owen Foxwell, 7.8 points, 2.7 rebounds, 3.2 assists. Consistent two-way leadership. Tournament MVP Jaylin Galloway, 15.7 points on an incredible 64% from three-point range. Also 3.5 rebounds and 1.2 steals per game. Xavier Cooks, 11 points, 6.5 rebounds, 1.8 assists, then that clutch 30-point explosion in the final. Joshua Bannon, 4 points, 3.8 rebounds, energy and hustle off the bench all tournament long. Jack White, 6 points, 6.2 rebounds, shooting 52% from the field, the ultimate glue guy. Jack McVeigh in the All-Star 5, 13.5 points, 2 rebounds, and 1.8 assists per game. Mr. Reliable, always good for a bucket when we needed one. And Ben Henschel, 3.2 points, 1.8 rebounds, a spark off the bench whenever we needed a lift. 3 straight Asia Cups. What an incredible achievement for this Boomer squad. Thanks for watching this absolute thriller. Catch you later.
It is Australia who are celebrating once again. story.